Some races won and run out there at Rose Hill. The shadow's starting to creep across the course. We've still got races 6 and 7 to come from out there, and we'll be joining Johnny Tapp and Ken Callender shortly.
We surely will. With $2 million in prize money riding on the Golden Slipper and another $1 million in the BMW Classic, there were plenty of optimistic connections at Rose Hill today. Here's Anne-Marie Sparkman with one of them.
Lee Freeman, a big day for you. 2 runners in the BMW. Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, when you've got a third of the field, you feel confident. But no, we're pretty confident that he'll continue his good run in Sydney. You know, we like bringing him here because the public are very good to the horse and give him a great reception. So I'm sure he won't let him down today.
You must be very disappointed that the showdown with Better Loosen Up didn't eventuate.
Well, I am in a way, but in another way, it's quite good that we don't have to beat him.
But still disappointed that Superimpose couldn't perhaps show what he's made of?
Definitely disappointed, in a way.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Pleasure.
Nice to be able to smile there. From the sport of royals to a right Royal Rumble. This is professional wrestling's version of total mayhem. Let's go out to Johnny Tapp at Rose Hill.
Max, I think everybody, the world and his wife, wish Better Loosen Up was taking his place in the field today to make a real race of it with Superimpose. As it is, the handsome chestnut 6-year-old gelding, who already has over $2.5 million in kitty, looks like having little more than an exercise gallop. As a matter of fact, Ken, this may well resemble a barrier trial. Let's hope it doesn't happen that way.
John, you get no prizes for tipping Superimpose, but I can remember Tulloch getting beaten. They've all been beaten, and it's not over till it's over. I think Superimpose will win, but stranger things have happened. If you're going to back him, you're not going to win a lot, I'll tell you that. Superimpose is in from to 2 to 1 on now, going to pay $1.50 for each dollar invested on the New South Wales tote. So if you put on $10, you're getting 15 back if he wins. Citizen is now out to 5 to 1. Castletown from New Zealand is at 14 to 1, 5.5 to 1 or 11 to 2. Dr. Grace, trained by the Dr. Jeff Chapman. Shazura, another New Zealander, proven weight for age horses at good odds at 20 to 1. And Centro, a stablemate of the favourite to be ridden by Jimmy Cassidy, is at 8 to 1. But it really does look like Superimpose, John.
OK, Ken, and now the order goes out for riders to bring their mounts forward for the $1 million BMW. Now, Superimpose, there he is. Let's have a close look at this handsome chestnut gelding. He really is the perfect thoroughbred specimen. And Darren Beedman is the jockey. Black, white sleeves, red cap, and staunch racing people would know that those colours were carried a century ago by one of the legends of the Australian turf, Carbine, winner of the 1890 Melbourne Cup in those very same colours. Carbine, in fact, still holds the weight-carrying record for the Melbourne Cup and is likely to for a long time yet. Now, Dr. Grace is on your screen with Shane Dye, the all-conquering Shane Dye on board. Dr. Grace won the AJC Derby this time last year. Took a long while to regain form this time in, but he broke through for a win in the Manion Cup last Saturday. Now, Shazora moves up with Castletown, Superimpose into the number 1 gate. Waiting on Dr. Grace and Citizen to come up, and the field of 6 is just about intact now and set for a start in the BMW. Citizen won this race last year and went on to win the Caulfield Cup in great style in the spring. Now, Citizen goes up on the outside of the field, and they're set for a start in the BMW with Superimpose, a long odds-on favourite. The gates open, they're away in the BMW, and let's see what tactics are going to develop in the early stages of the race. It's Jimmy Cassidy on Centro, not overly desperate to lead, but he finds himself in front at the end of 100 metres. In second place, Shazora. Dr. Grace now moves to second on the outside. Citizen drops onto the rails fourth and immediately gets off the bit and relaxes. A bit more than 2 to Superimpose, who's lobbing along second last and 3/4 of a length away on the inside is Castletown as they greet the judge the first time round. A lap to go in the BMW, and the 3-year-old Centro is joined and headed now by Dr. Grace in a new role. And the all-conquering Shane Dye has taken Dr. Grace to the lead over the 1800 crossing, led by 2 lengths to Centro, who wants to go a bit hard now that Dr. Grace has taken him on in front. They've kicked away some 5 lengths on Shazora, 2 to Citizen and 2 to Superimpose, lobbing along on the outside of Castletown as they go by the 1600 mark and wheeling into the backstretch, and Dr. Grace is the leader. Dr. Grace by a little more than 2 lengths on Centro, about 3 to Shazora, 4 to Citizen, a length and a half to Superimpose, and a neck back as Castletown. Now Die quickens the tempo as they go down the back to the 1300 mark, and this race is a battle of tactics now. It's Dr. Grace 2 to Centro, a length and a quarter to Shazora, taking closer order past the 1200 peg. About 6 away Citizen, 3/4 to Superimpose on the outside. Beedman's hoping Dittman on Citizen will take him up to these leaders, and Castletown is last of the half dozen at the 1000 mark, and Dr. Grace, but Centro on the outside's going to serve it up to the Doctor, and in the run to the top turn, Centro is attacking Dr. Grace. They're in front by a length and a half to Shazora. Little New Zealand mare getting a nice run behind the leaders, and about 7 lengths away Citizen. Dittman hard at work on the Victorian. Citizen is under pressure. Superimpose also being heeled along by Beedman, and 2 lengths away last Castletown as they come to the turn. Superimpose is going to have to do something sensational to win. On the turn, Dr. Grace and Centro come around the corner, well clear of Shazora. 5 lengths away Citizen, and then Superimpose giving them a long start. He wanted to hang in behind Citizen, and Beedman has to wrestle him across the heels of that horse. At the 300 mark, Dr. Grace again beat off Centro. Little Shazora down the outside might be the danger, and then Castletown. Superimpose will run last. Dr. Grace still in front. Shazora, as game as they come, is trying to pick him up, but she won't reach last year's Derby winner, and Dr. Grace leads most of the way to win the BMW. Second Shazora, third Castletown, fourth Centro, fifth Citizen, and 8 lengths away. Stone last is Superimpose. I give up for all time. Pass me my coat, I'm going home. It can't be. It is just not logical that Superimpose could finish how far? 20 lengths behind Dr. Grace? He must have broken down. Let's find out. Something has gone drastically wrong, surely. $7.30 and $2.30 Dr. Grace. Shazora, God, she's a gutsy little mare. Place dividend $6.20. Third, Castletown, no tote. And Ken, he hasn't bled, has he, the great horse?
I don't know, John. I can't tell at this point. There's the finish coming up. Dr. Grace, well, the Dr. Chapman obviously told Shane Dye to go and make them stay because that was his chance. He wasn't going to outsprint them. Shazora was going to beat him halfway down the straight, but Dr. Grace, one thing he can do is stay. And he kept coming, brother, and come he did. He beat Shazora, and the other New Zealander, Castletown, was in 3rd place. A great race, the BMW. It turned into a staying test. The jockey has got off Shazora after the winning post and leading her back, so there could be a problem with Shazora, but the man of the moment is Dr. Jeff Chapman, the trainer of Dr. Grace. Congratulations, Doc.
Thanks, kid.
Well, you obviously decided to make them stay a bit.
Yeah, we thought we'd make it a genuine test.
That's his wife, Robin, kissing the doctor, and I'm sure she's just as excited. The plan before the race was it to go straight to the front, or?
No, it was a matter of whether Shane could judge the speed. He had to run a mile of working gallop and run home the last 4. And to beat him, they'd have to run a course record.
Well, Shazora almost joined him just inside the 200, but yep. he found a bit of heart, son.
And the genes came out.
Well, he's a Derby winner, a BMW winner.
Yeah, he hasn't been right up until last week, and that was just topped him off. I mean, he was prepared for one race, and he's got the money.
One thing you can do, fellas, train a stayer.
Particularly for one race.
Good on you. Dr. Chapman entitled to be gloating. The trainer of the winner of the 1991 BMW, Dr. Grace. Last year's AJC Derby winner, and this year, as a 4-year-old, has won the Premier Weight for Age race. Johnny.
Righto, Ken. Yes, Shane Dye has won the Golden Slipper Stakes and the BMW on the one program. Total purse for this race, $680,000. Total purse for the Golden Slipper, winning purse, $1.25 million. So working on the assumption that jockeys receive 5% automatically and invariably another 5 from grateful owners, and most owners are grateful to win races like this, I think you could conservatively say that Shane Dye has pocketed 10% of $1 3/4 million at Rose Hill this afternoon. A good day's work, I'll tell a man it is. Dr. Grace, a brown horse 4 by the great Sir Tristram from English Wonder, trained by Dr. Jeff Chapman, for Mr. and Mrs. John Denoon, I. McCaskill and B. Marhane, and rounding off a memorable day for Shane Dye. $7.30 and $2.30, $6.20, no third, Quinella 81.50, the double 70.40. 3/4 of a length by a length and a half, 228.16. Superimpose failing to beat a rival to the judge, and Shazora gallant in running second, pulling up very, very lame after the BMW. And you've seen a race you won't forget in a hurry on Wide World of Sports.
Still to come, the Australian surf lifesaving titles from Western Australia.
Metres. The winning numbers 4, 5 and 3. First, Dr. Grace, $7.30 and $2.30. And as John Tapp mentioned, Shane Dye has effectively won $930,000 in prize money this afternoon. Second, number 5, Shazora paid $6.20, and Castletown, no third dividend there. Kenny Callender has a tip for Sydney Race 7. It is number 4, Spot the Rock. Just one game this afternoon in round 1.